Hi there, it's Bhante Bodhidhaja here, and this audio recording is a little bit different than the other ones, so it will give you a couple of glimpses into our post-pilgrimage gathering that happened in Perth exactly 4 weeks after we got back from our India pilgrimage. I don't know exactly what your plan is, and I don't really have
The plan is eating.
Yes.
But things are done here, then it can wait.
We have to nourish the heart as well, yes. Not just the belly. Maybe I thought I will share just one or two ideas in the beginning that kind of went through my mind, and then also maybe guide a meditation which would allow us to just kind of get in touch with being together as a group again, and getting in touch, with our practice, with the experiences we had in India, which are very special. It's a very special time to be on pilgrimage. It's a very special time to be in a group together, to have so many monastics, to go to so many powerful places, one after the other, and to have all these beautiful conditions coming together to work for you. And so I think when I arrived, I don't know if it was Palini or someone was saying, we're still in the mood of the pilgrimage. So that's great. So please keep that connection going to all the wholesome things that we have developed. And keep finding your way back there. Keep remembering it. Keep bringing it up in your heart. And that's how you connect with it. That's how you establish it. And that's how you bring it into your daily life with you. Because pilgrimage in the old days, when we didn't have planes and we didn't have buses, was even more difficult. We had to walk to the places. And we walked to the places, we experienced the place, and then we turn around and we walk back. So what very often happens when we go on pilgrimages these days, first of all we cut the journey there short, but then the journey back we usually cut even shorter. And so the important part is that we go into this journey of pilgrimage, or even into the journey of the spiritual path of meditation, with an intention that carries us, and that carries us to a certain point, where we get inspiration, where we get wisdom, where we get calm, where we get peace. And then we turn around, and our job is to integrate what we have experienced. And that's what comes after. And that's why Ajahn Brahm teaches in meditation all the time, that we don't just rush out of meditation, that we recall, that we remember what has happened, what have we done, what haven't we done, and how does that apply to what is coming afterwards. So on an actual pilgrimage, you would turn around from the place you have reached. Say, Christian pilgrimages is something which is quite common in Europe, and one of the places there is Santiago de Compostela, which is a place in Spain, I think, that you walk from Switzerland. One of my friends actually walked for 3 months to get there. I think he took the train back. But anyway, 3 months is a long period of time. So once you get there, you turn around, and now what you do, you go on the same journey that you went, but from a different perspective, with different information, with different experiences. So when you walk somewhere, you have certain landmarks that you pass. And now you turn around and you pass those landmarks again. But hopefully something has shifted. Something has changed. It's the same place that you're moving through. But because your mind, because your heart, because your wisdom, your insight has shifted, you see it in a new light. And that's what pilgrimage is about. That's what meditation is about. That's what the spiritual path is all about. To go to these places, but then to not forget them when we return. And to keep going back. So I'm not saying you have to keep going to pilgrimages. If you can, wonderful, if causes and conditions are right. But it's a reflection of our practice as well. And even just coming together as a group like this kind of rekindles this. Some people have commented on, you know, the videos that I've put together with all your kind contribution, and it's really there to remember, to rekindle, to get back in touch, and to inspire. And that's the first thing I shared when we all got together. You know, we were all sharing what was important. Why do we come on a pilgrimage? And for me, what came up as Ajahn and Isarana was suggesting that we will do that in the group afterwards, I just kind of put it in my mind and my heart and said, okay, we'll see what arises. And what arose was inspiration. And I think that is one very, very important thing. The other thing that comes with inspiration is the teachings, obviously, the places, but also the group, also the community. And I don't know, maybe some of you have heard, I gave a little talk. We give talks at Rollystone Family Centre every Thursday night. And usually, that's just what happens, you know, otherwise you run out of material. You just kind of talk of whatever is relevant to you at that time. So inspiration was kind of one thing that arose. And I was just reflecting how awesome it is when you have a group of 60 people traveling together. And we were just discussing in the car, it's not just any kind of group. It's a group of practitioners. It's a group with a common goal. And it's a group which each member of the group has a feeling for the group. And the group is what pulls us all together, and it's what pulls us all through this process. And we were all going through our own stuff. So, you know, people were sick at different times, but the group wasn't sick. So there was always something which was carrying on, and we were inspiring each other to carry on the path together. To help each other, to, you know, get up when it was hard to get up, or to get each other's luggage, or to share medication, to share stories, whatever, you know. And that is a very, very difficult, difficult thing to find in the world, yes, but a very important and crucial part of the spiritual path. And that's why I also put the Sutta of the Kalyana Mitta in the description of the YouTube video. And I posted it in the chat so people see it, because very often people just watch YouTube videos and they don't even go to the description. But I usually try to put some things in there every now and then that kind of summarize things, or that make sense, or that bring a little bit more inspiration again. Yeah. So that is so important, that we have community, and that we have sounding boards, that we have people and energies that pull us along, and that also have the ability to sometimes tell us if something is not quite right. Because the mind is a tricky thing. The mind can really kind of trick us, and it can cloud us, and it can give us all sorts of wrong ideas. And if we don't have other people that can help us to right those wrongs at times in a way that is appropriate, in a way that is respectful, where we can actually listen, where we can take it in, and where we can improve. And that's what Kalyana Mitta is about. And that's what we have in a group, that's what we have as monastics, that's what you hopefully have in your relationships, in your friendships. So it's a very important factor. So that's maybe just a kind of few words in the beginning here of what came to mind for me. And I thought maybe we can just sit in silence or in a little guided meditation together with what I've just said, let that resonate, and just see what comes up from my side. And then if we want to have a bit of a discussion or Q&A or whatever, then we can do that. And then we can kind of loosen things up, and you can have your, you know, time to socialize and eat and do all those things mindfully. No, does that sound okay?
Yes.
Everybody?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Very good. Okay, so probably 20 minutes at the most or something like that, so I don't want to go for too long, but still give you a bit of opportunity to actually settle as well and experience a little bit of peace. Okay. So please feel free to close your eyes. And just allow yourself to arrive in this place here. That might be familiar to you, that might be new. But hopefully the reference point of your body is something which is familiar to you, if you do practice with it in meditation. So make sure that it is grounded, that it is comfortable, that it is at ease, but that it is also wakeful, that it is supported, that it is inspired and energized at the same time. So we find the balance between those two forces, between relaxation and between growing, wholesome, energetic, wakeful states of mind. And allow your awareness to just scan your body and see if there are any parts that need a bit more attention, that need a bit of adjustment maybe, to give them the best opportunity to feel at ease, to feel at peace, to feel relaxed. To the degree that you can let them go, that you can let them be, trusting them enough so that they can just be loose and relax and be supported by the ground, by the chair, by the bones in your body. And then we can reflect upon a little bit what I was talking about before, that we were traveling together as a group, just like one body, like one mind, supporting each other. And now, of course, this body, this mind that was traveling on the pilgrimage, not all parts always did what we wanted them to do. It's just normal that different people, different bodies have a mind of their own. But that didn't stop us to see it as one group. That didn't stop us, hopefully, from being kind and caring. We might have forgotten for a little while, but then hopefully we were inspired and remembered to invite every worldview, every thought, every body, every speech in this group back into the whole. So that this body of pilgrims could travel together in harmony, with respect, with care. And try to really bring up what that means for you, how it feels, what it kindles in your heart. Give it space, let it develop, let it grow. And then take this same feeling, this same attitude, and turn it towards your own body, your own mind. It doesn't always do what you want it to do. It doesn't always think what you want it to think. It doesn't always say what you want it to say, or what the best thing to say would be. But that doesn't matter. You still care. You still make sure your body and mind knows that they belong to you and you belong to them, and you care. You're a team. There is friendship, there's care, there's respect. And if these qualities are there, then we can make things work. Then we can create harmony, we can create peace. See if this way of relating can allow your body to be energized, but also deeply relaxed. Relaxing the face, the eyes, the jaw, the whole head. The neck, the shoulders, the arms, all the way down to the hands and the fingers. The chest. The belly. The hips. And the legs all the way down to the knees, the ankles, the feet and the toes. When you care, when you trust, when you're in harmony, things relax. Things soften and become smooth. Also your internal organs, your eyes, your brain, your throat, your lungs, your heart, your whole circulation, your digestive tract and everything which is connected with that. Your muscles, your bones. And all the liquids inside and the air flowing in and flowing out harmonizes and balances. That allows your mind to settle too. Not because you want it to, but because you allow it to. It's just so at ease in your presence that it relaxes, becomes happy, joyful and bright by itself. Then I invite you to just hang out with the stillness, the peace, the energy. Or maybe if you're used to your breath, with your breath coming in and going out, calming and energizing things with every in-breath and every out-breath. And let's just rest and rejuvenate here for a couple of minutes. Breathing in peace and breathing out, letting go. Breathing in inspiration and breathing out gratitude and care. As we slowly turn around and begin our journey backwards out of meditation, please take stock. Please feel and understand what has changed, how it has changed, why it has changed. And what does that mean for future meditations, for what you do in your day-to-day life? Allow yourself to get back in touch with your body, with senses connected to the body. but see if you can keep a connection to inspiration, to gratitude towards your own body and mind, towards this group of fellow travelers, towards the people who are close to you in your life. But then allow it to reach out as far as the energy and power in your heart allows, to all other beings out there too, far and near, human and otherwise, still with us or in a different realm, in a different existence, passed away, or even in a realm far, far away because they're far on the path or have completed the path. Progress on the path. I was looking at the clock and I forgot when we started. But I think I didn't go over 20 minutes. We talked about appreciation because someone just recently received a little award or token of appreciation for the work they did for the community. Appreciation is something important, that we accept it and that we use it to,
just like
as an inspiration again.
Just like our group, we appreciate each other.
Yes.
We really do. I really do. I am fortunate that this, I can say this is the best pilgrimage I ever done since 20 years. This is the best one. This is the best one. Not only with the the leading, of course, I intend to lead, to invite the Kru Ba Ajahn that can teach. That is important part. Pilgrimage without the monk is not pilgrimage. But the important is the participants, all the friends, they put their hand together, they help each other, they understand each other. That is the most important when we travel with the group. That's why I said, when Ajahn Nisarano asked, can I accommodate the BSB? I said, to me, 10 people or 100 people, if we do the same thing, it will be the same. There is nothing different between 10 and 100, only numbers. But we put the heart and the soul together. We go the same direction. And the outcome was excellent. That I'm looking at the outcome. Yeah, it's excellent. Because of, a lot of people in the group, they were unwell. But they pulled through, and they're happy. End of the day, they were happy that they attend. So I just want to say thank you, Ajahn, very much.
Thank you to everyone.
Very much. That
I'm just a representation of the Sangha, and you're a representation of the rest
no,
of
not
the
you
group,
are not you are just the represent to Sangha, but you are our teacher on the let's say on the run as well.
One of the teachers,
as well.
yes.
Yeah.
And we rely on all our teachers and the Buddha in the end as well. Yeah. But as we just had in the example there, I mean, we should accept the appreciation, and I do that, and I thank you very much, and I return the thanks. And I was just reflecting, appreciation is kind of the opposite of fault finding. And appreciation is usually for me the first word that I use when I talk about gratitude. Appreciation, Gratitude, thankfulness. Appreciation means being aware of the good things. Is there something wrong with that? No. Gratitude is a beautiful feeling that we develop in our heart, and that we let grow in our heart when we see something, when we appreciate something. Okay? And then the thankfulness is the part where we express it, where we share it, where we actually tell someone. I know different people have different, probably, concepts for these words, but for me it's kind of like a cascade. And it starts with acknowledgement, with knowing, with appreciating, with allowing it to grow and get established, and then sharing it, actually saying thank you, actually expressing the gratitude and the appreciation that we have. And that is beautiful. So we accept it, we encourage it. I know when it's pointed towards us, it can feel a bit weird. Let's put it that way. But it's not us. It's the qualities that we represent. And if we agree with the qualities that someone appreciates, then we can accept the appreciation and say like, yes, sadhu, I actually find these qualities really inspiring myself, and I want to develop them. And thank you for seeing them in me, and I want to reflect them back to you as a group. And then it's wholesome. Then it's okay.
And when we respect, when we reflect, we respect.
Yes.
Respect the quality, then we respect the sangha. You know?
Yes, respect is such an important quality. You don't get harmony without respect. Respect is, probably there is some more other things, but it's one that comes to mind. That is very basic, that is very fundamental to develop. Because if we have a sangha and we don't respect each other, if we have a family, we don't respect each other, if we are a teacher and we don't respect each other, it just doesn't work. Just one example that comes to mind for me. I mean, I was a primary school teacher for 1 year, not very long. But there was another teacher who was kind of an aide who worked with, I think, some kids who had some trouble. So she would take them out of class and just, look after them. And she was just kind of observing me from the outside. And one day she came up to me and said, like, "You're a good teacher." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she said, "I have noticed every time you talk to your children, because they're first graders, when you're outside and they're putting your shoes, you crouch down, you go on the same level, and you speak to them on the same level." And that's what respect is. It was a physical expression of respect.